1,000 delegates attended the conference and stayed, and this hotel only had 234 rooms, so people were in the closets, in the hallways, they were in the Twin Mountain House. Mount Pleasant House had been torn down. The Crawford House, the Chinese delegation actually stayed in Franconia, which was 22 miles from here. But probably the prime reason Bretton Woods was picked, well, first of all, it had only one road in and out, so it was easy to defend. It could be serviced by rail from Portland, Boston, Montreal, New York, Philadelphia, all the major shipping ports, so you could get people here. The Army sent 30 MPs from Boston. They referred to the Babel trains, because people would be getting off the trains and everybody speaking different languages. And so, I think the main reason the conference was held here, at the time, Charles Tobey, a Republican senator from New Hampshire, is up for re-election. He's friendly with Franklin Roosevelt, who is a Democrat. Now, Roosevelt knows only too well that the Treaty of Versailles was never ratified by the American Congress. This did not require full ratification, but it needed ratification by executive agreement. And in order to make that happen, Roosevelt knew that he had to have a champion, somebody to champion his cause. And who better to do that than somebody from the opposite party, who was in fact a known isolationist at the beginning of the war. And so, evidence indicates that they had a significant handshake that said, "I'll get you reelected, but you've got to carry whatever comes out of Bretton Woods agreement through Congress." True to his word, Tobey opens with a fiery speech in support of whatever comes out of the agreement, and then gets it through Congress in under 365 days. So that, I think, is the main reason. Other reasons that Mount Washington was probably chosen. They originally considered having it in the south, but they thought the weather would be too warm, and they thought that people of different color and different creeds might not be as welcome in the south as they would be here. At the same time, the Mount Washington Hotel was owned by a family in Boston that was noted for their inclusion. Everybody was welcome at the Mount Washington. So we think Mrs. Roosevelt may have had a hand in that because she was friendly with the family. Somebody mentioned the beautiful mahogany doors. Okay, well, this place has been empty for 3 or 4 years, so you can imagine what a harsh white mountain winter would do to a building that's been empty. So the government sends 150 workers and gives everybody 50 gallons of white paint and says, if it doesn't move, paint it. That included the mahogany doors. It included the Tiffany glass. In fact, if you look at these lamps on the side of the wall, if you look in the gold leaf, you will see evidence of white paint. And when you